Alright, hello everybody. Zuko here. And my sister's here as well.
Hello everyone. Fire Lord Regent Azula here. For those of you that don't know, being a regent means I used to be Fire Lord and now I retired and I let my brother have the role.
That is technically what the title means.
That's not technically what it means, that is what it means.
That is what it means. Azula's the first Fire Lord regent in the history of our nation.
That's right.
Because every other Fire Lord keeps ruling until he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Azula's the first one to...
Graciously stand aside. Graciously.
That is what I agree
because I'm a good person.
Yes, she is. Hello, everybody. So I think I saw somebody when I was setting up ask what this is. So Azula introduced me, shall I say it nicely, to this game called Dishonored, saying...
I sprung it on him. He didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes. And now here I am, playing a game, trying to get my honor back, because Azula, of course, thought it was
He's failing at that. He's very
I'm not
bad
failing at that. I'm not failing at it. I'm doing good. I'm halfway through the game.
You're not going to get your honor back.
I'm going to get my honor back, Azula. Nothing's going to stop me from getting my honor back.
All right. It's really sad to see you in denial.
I'm not in denial.
Did you know that the Fire Palace was actually based both on Japanese and Egyptian architecture?
I don't know what either of those things are.
Yeah, that's why you're in denial.
What? You just made up two different words and are claiming I'm in denial because I don't...
And you don't understand either of them, I know.
There's nothing to understand. You made them up.
Everything is made up, Zuko. Language is all made up.
Well, yeah, but you and I aren't made up. We're real people.
Okay.
Stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt!
Ha, you're at a party. You're gonna be terrible at this.
I'm fine. I just have to blend in.
What is your biggest ambition now, Azula? My biggest ambition is to finish collecting them all. I've been Fire Lord for the Fire Nation. I've been Earth Queen for the Earth Kingdom. Now I just have to become Water Chiefess somehow. I'm just kidding. My goal is to be a good person, which I am. Zuko, do Iroh impression again, please. They want to hear your Iroh impression.
Zuko, you must look in yourself to understand yourself so that you do not forget yourself.
I think mine's better.
Zuko, drink tea and get fat and be a traitor. Ha 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 ha.
That's mine. I think mine's more accurate.
I mean, he doesn't ask me to get...
I don't know. I think Zuko's Azula impression. Oh, why don't we do impressions of each other?
All right,
Here,
sure.
do your impression of me. Do your impression of me.
Zuko, you're never going to get your honor back because you're a terrible person. You're horrible. You're terrible at everything. And you stuck me in an asylum for 50 years, may have been. You just want to go drink tea and get fat with Uncle. I'm the one doing all the hard work here. If it wasn't for me, you'd probably be dead in a gutter somewhere without your eye.
That's not a very good impression.
Really?
You didn't even say you were a good person.
I'm a good person now.
That didn't sound anything like how I say it. All right, I can do it. Here's my impression of you. You ready?
Hi, Zuko here. I'm so lonely. How did I get this scar? I'm supposed to be the Fire Lord. What is the sun but a giant fire? I'm a pretty bad Fire Lord, I guess.
That's not what I sound like.
That's exactly what you sound like. All right, okay, but what is your best impression of one of your friends? Who can you do the best? I can do both May and Ty Lee.
I could do Sokka the best.
Do you want to hear my May and Ty Lee?
Sure.
Okay, which one first?
Ty Lee.
Okay, here's my Ty Lee. Oh, wow, Azula! You're so talented! Even though I'm a ditzy airhead, well, I'm pretending to be because I'm a traitorous snake who's lying! Wow!
Pretty good.
That's my best friend, yeah.
All right, I guess I'll do mine now.
Oh, don't you want to hear my May first?
Oh, well, yeah, I thought we were going to do it intermittently.
No, me first, then you. Wait your turn.
Okay. My mistake.
Okay, you want to hear May?
Sure.
Hey, I guess I don't love Zuko more than I fear you. Or maybe I did, and I'm not very scared of you to begin with.
That was pretty good.
That means I don't love you.
I can see the little tear in the corner of your eye.
I mean, you can't say anything worse than what she already said, so...
Oh, what did she say?
Well, I mean, she broke up with me, so...
I'm breaking up with you. Whatever.
doesn't hurt as bad the second time.
All right. So can I hear your Aang impression? Do you have an Aang impression?
What? I need to remember that one thing Aang always says.
Will you go penguin sledding with me?
Oh, wow, that's terrifying. Never do that again. That's
Why?
too
Was it
scary.
that bad?
No, that is terrifying. Hearing that sound come out of your mouth, I never want to hear it again.
Listen, you didn't have the nightmare where I had Aang's face.
I don't know anything about that, and I don't want to know anymore.
All right.
Okay, what about your Sokka impression then, that you're so proud of? Can I do... Okay, but actually do words.
Look, Azula, it's not your place to tell me how to do a Sokka impression.
There. Happy?
Someone there?
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad.
Uh-huh. Can you say something else in that voice?
Anything specific?
Say that I'm smart.
You know what, Azula? As much as you piss me off, you're smart enough to constantly find new ways to do it.
Say that I'm pretty.
I just did.
No, say that I'm pretty.
And I guess you're also pretty.
No, like you mean it.
What is the point of this, Azula?
Just say
you
it.
just want me to say... Gosh, you're pretty.
Okay, all right, okay, I can't take anymore. Wow, okay, that one's pretty good, I'll admit it.
I should really
I
just
thought
stop
Ty Lee
humoring
was
you.
Azula's girl. Yeah, I did too, and yet look what she did. Betrayed me. For May of all people. And what did May do? Betray me for a boy who didn't even want her. So much for solidarity among girls. It's fine. I'll forgive her. She is my type. Dumb and pretty, but not actually dumb. Then again, I suppose you could say the same for Sokka. Maybe I'm just spoiled for choice.
Sure, Azula. I know that there...
Put on some makeup.
It won't let me?
Look pretty. Look like a Kyoshi warrior, then they won't actually catch you.
That's Sokka's thing, not mine.
It's my thing! What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Look, doing that with Sokka is no fun at all. All he does is complain that I don't do the makeup as well as him. It's ridiculous. Oh, here he comes now.
Hello.
Hi, Sokka.
Hi, Sokka. Don't you say a word. Don't say a thing.
Don't say what?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
How's Azula's makeup game, Sokka?
Hey, Sokka, how's Zuko's Iroh impression when he's trying to give you advice?
Sometimes clouds have two sides, a dark and light, and a silver lining in between. It's like a silver sandwich. So, when life seems hard, take a bite out of the silver sandwich.
Somehow even worse.
All right, fair, fine, fair.
You
fair.
started it.
All right, fine.
And as usual, I ended it. Why doesn't Sokka try any impressions? Do you have any good impressions of anyone else that you know, Sokka? Like, we were doing impressions of Uncle Iroh, May, Ty Lee, everyone. Do you have any impressions like that?
Let me think.
I know you have one of your father, right? Of Hakoda?
Yeah, I've heard Sokka talk like his dad before.
It's not that great.
All right, who does a better Hakoda, you or Zuko?
I mean, I've actually hung around my dad a lot more, so I'm assuming probably...
Sokka, don't take that tone with me, young man.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. What about yours, Sokka?
Ball's in your court, Sokka.
You know, I like... You know, I do like a lot of your friends, but that Zuko guy... Something's kind of strange about him, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think we have a winner. It's me.
Wait, what?
2 Hakodas.
Here are 3 costs for your
Okay, I'm
party.
out.
How is that going for you, Zuko?
What do you mean?
Being a hopeless romantic.
Not well.
He's been hanging out with Suki a lot, just like you were wondering about.
She's his bodyguard.
Well done. But you'll have to.
I thought you were feeling, bad that she never comes to visit you in the South Pole.
I mean, yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, she's got work.
You'll save
Not like
her
I'm
life.
busy, trying to get things fixed up here at the South Pole, too.
What? Why? Who sent you?
Maturity, I can't stand it. There's no fun here.
I'm not mature. I mean, wait.
Hey
Neutralize
Azula,
my-
in a hypothetical situation where Ozai suddenly gains his bending back and breaks out of prison, would you side back with him or remain sided with Zuko and his friends? Bold of you to assume I'm siding with anyone ever. I'm on my side, aka the correct side. If Zuko wants to side with me, then I'll accept it.
She does have a tendency to go her own way.
But I know for a fact Father's not going to work for me, so I'm not going to be working for him again. I already learned what you get if you do that. Heartbreak. Besides, Father's not breaking out anytime soon.
No, he's not.
He's lazy or something.
I also take every precaution to make sure he doesn't get out.
I also just think he's lazy. I know both of your lives have been very hard, Zuko and Azula, but both of you are really good people. Ugh. Now, especially Azula. Oh, yes, I agree. Thank you, Multipower. I am a good person.
Ding.
Look, and whoever's saying that the Azula Bridge is really good, it's not an impression. It's just Azula.
My impression of myself is spot on. Thank you. Unlike Zuko, who never sounds like himself.
I sound like myself all the time. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because the real you would have said, "How could you say that?"
How could you say that?
There it is. I'm even better at being Zuko than Zuko.
Oh my, will you please stop, Azula?
Okay, but only because you asked, and I'm a good person.
Of course. Anyway, what do I have? Okay.
Not Your Honor.
Well,
That's not in
no,
your
that's what I'm gonna
inventory.
do. All right, so this is where the game began. Except now I'm returning in disgrace. Oh, okay, it's hitting close to home now. No, don't.
Yeah, Zuko, apologize for putting your sister through that pain.
I just did.
Well, they want you to do it again.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to take advantage of the moment. Anyway, but yes, I am sorry that I put you through that, Azula.
I'll forgive you, but only because I'm such a good person now.
Sure.
I did my redemption so much faster and more efficiently than you.
I'm sure you did.
Well, if Zuko has to apologize, you have to apologize to Azula for the stuff you put. What? What do you mean I have to apologize? An Azula apology, she would do that now since she is a good person? Okay, fine. Zuzu,
Yes, Azula.
I'm sorry that because you're so weak, I've often made fun of you for it. I thought I was helping you be stronger. I recognize now that it wasn't working, and so I'm sorry. Because I'm a good person now. Praise me for it.
You're a good person.
See?
I'm sorry that due to your warped perception of good and
Whoa,
evil...
warped perception.
Let me
Now you're
finish.
going to be making fun
Let
of me.
me finish.
Wow, your apology
Let me
is terrible.
finish.
You're a bad person.
I sat through your apology.
Yeah, but
and
I
the
didn't
person will
call
sit
your
through
perception
mine.
warped.
No, you called me weak.
Yes, but I didn't put you in an asylum for weak people. You put me in an asylum for people with warped perceptions. You don't think that's crueler? Context?
I think you're manufacturing the context.
No, it is very rude to imply someone's crazy after you put them in an asylum, Zuko.
I'm not calling you crazy. I'm
Warped
saying-
perception.
All right, fine. I'm sorry that your problematic perception of good and evil made it so that you weren't understanding that the good things
As if you
were
didn't
doing
have
for
the
me.
same perception.
Do you want the apology or not?
I want a real apology.
That's the realest apology you're gonna get.
Fine. You can look for your honor on your own. Until you're ready to give a real apology, I'm not going to help you.
Really, you're just gonna walk out.
Yep. Goodbye, Zuzu.
Goodbye, Azula.
Hey, Sokka, do you want to play my show?
Oh, you're not sharking me this again.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. I'm a good person now.
How many times do I have to make that ding sound?
I don't have to take this chat. I put up with it for so long. And like, I was incredibly nice to her the entirety of last stream. And look how grateful she is. It's ridiculous. You know what, Pyazalai? Maybe you actually have a point. Hold on. Hey, Azula. Nope, she's gone. All right. Well, when she comes back, I'll have to say something.
What do you want?
Hey, I want to say something.
I just got done crushing Sokka and Paisho, so I'm in a pretty good mood. You better not ruin my good mood.
I want to say that I got a little caught up in chat pitting the two of us against each other. I'm sorry for not giving you a real apology.
Are you gonna give me a real apology?
I'm sorry that I wasn't a good brother to you growing up. And I'm sorry that, kind of like with chat, I also let Dad pit the two of us against each other.
The thing is, Uzu, I know I wasn't always the best sister to you, but I tried in the way I thought was best, trying to make you strong, trying to get you to play along with the role Father wanted you to play. You were bad to me because you didn't like me, and those aren't the same thing.
No, they're not.
I forgive you, though. I've actually never held it against you.
Really? I'm sorry that I held it against you, Azula. You never deserved that.
No, I didn't, but I forgive you. It's not your fault, after all. You had a warped perception of good and evil.
Alright, I deserve that.
By the way, have you guys talked to Ursa lately? How's y'all's relationship with your mother at the moment? Zuzu, they're asking about relationship with Mom and if you've seen her lately. Zuzu has. He hangs out with her sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen her a little bit ago.
I haven't been in the Fire Nation as much, so I kind of have been avoiding her. I know we should talk or whatever. I'm just not in the mood to hear from her and all her excuses. Azula, you know your mom loves you, right? You should talk to her for real. It's just... she's difficult. She has a new daughter she replaced me with my little replacement, Kiyi.
Kiyi's not your replacement.
Oh, yeah? She's not my replacement? How come she calls you Zuzu, huh?
She only started doing that because she heard you do it.
Oh, you guys want me to read another part of Zuko's journal? Let me go get it. Hold on.
Please don't. And, of course, there she goes. Great.
Did you hide it? It's not in the same place it was before.
Of course I hid it!
Well, I'm gonna have to find it now.
Well, boo-hoo!
Found it!
How did you find it?
Because you're bad at hiding things. You only have like 4 places you hide things. And I know where all of them are. All right, let's see. I'll read some of Zuko's journal. What time period do you guys want to hear about? Do you want to hear about when he was a little kid? Do you want to hear about when he was a young teen? Do you want to hear about when he was banished? Do you want to hear about recently? Where should I read? Actually, let's read about what you have to say about fountains and find out about the Izumi thing. Let's see.
Oh, great.
Fire Lord's journal. You always change what you say to it depending on your life. I'm going to read about Izumi. Let's see, fountains. You have multiple entries here. It seems in my life, fountains have always been ever present whenever a romantic moment happens. Perhaps they are a marker of milestones on my journey. A journey to discover the truth of my heart. Zuko, did you really write it like this? It's so cheesy.
Yes, I did.
May and I have had a lot of different ups and downs. However, I can never forget that moment by the fountain. Azula put an apple on her head, and I charged to rescue her once Azula lit the apple on fire. I accidentally shoved her into the fountain, a fact which May held against me well into our teens. She would later encourage Jin to throw knives, or icicles, I should say, as makeshift knives, at my head, causing me to fall into the fountain, during which May exclaimed, "Now we're even."
Yeah, that happened.
She makes my heart patter, and even after she put my life in danger that way, I couldn't help but be happy to see her smiling. Disgusting, Zuzu. All right, that's what you said the first one, but you have another entry here about fountains. Want to see it?
Well, no, but you're gonna read it anyway.
All right, chat, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Jin, the girl from Ba Sing Se. Initially, I was very hesitant to talk to her, given that I was undercover, but Uncle encouraged me, and I couldn't find a way to back out of it. She was very lively and kind and patient with me, even though all I wanted to do was crawl into a ball and not say another word to her. By the time we were at the fountain, I knew I had botched the date and couldn't understand why she was so excited to spend time with me. I was just counting down the hours for it to be done. Instead, I found her crushing disappointment that the lanterns were not lit and knew that I could resolve it. Against my better judgment, I lit them for her, hoping against hope she would either not figure it out or would and would keep it to herself. To this day, I don't know which one she did, but she certainly did not make a big deal out of it and instead gave me a kiss. My first kiss. She was your first kiss?
Yes, she was.
So you hadn't kissed May before that?
No.
How could I ever forget? Whenever I look at a fountain, I look at her as well. Wow, that's a pretty good reason why fountains are in your mind.
Yep.
All right, there's one more here, though, and it's not about Jin or May, but it's also about a fountain.
Yeah?
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna love this one.
All right, let me see. Oh, I thought it was going to be Suki. I didn't expect this.
Yeah,
This is really juicy, chat. You're never going to guess what the third fountain entry says.
All right, let's go.
I'm just waiting, because it's really funny.
What are you waiting for?
I'm just waiting for your reaction.
I already know what you're going to do.
All right, the third fountain entry. Today I asked Toph Beifong if she had any hints for me, tips as it were. I have already been incorporating waterbending into my firebending, and my firebending has improved markedly because of it. I was wondering if earthbending could also be used to help my firebending get to the next level. Toph Beifong showed me some earthbending forms and how to ground myself to the earth. When incorporating it into my fire, I was struggling to understand what she was saying. So Toph pointed to the fountain and told me to imagine that inside of my chi, shooting up forward like a fountain. When I asked her if she meant forward as in front of me or forward as in up, she clarified again, like a fountain, you dummy. How does a fountain work? I then attempted to do so, feeling the chi inside of the earth, breathing it into my stomach, and feeling them. Your writing is terrible, Zuzu, I swear. You have like a middle school's writing.
Well, I wonder why.
It's just really bad handwriting. Feeling my stomach and the chi of the earth weld together as one, I thrust my fist upwards and let my emotions explode out of the ground. The ground tore asunder, and out of it shot a red flame. Not as hot as other flames, but far more concussive, and with excellent uses for defense. Defense, as you may know, is a weakness to firebending. We are all offense with very little defense. This has given me a whole new way to think of firebending, by letting my emotions burst out like a fountain of fire out of the earth.
Congratulations, Azula. You've just exposed all my...
I will forever be grateful to Toph Beifong for teaching me this. To this day, I regret not taking her on that life-changing field trip. I will have to make it up for her. After all, perhaps our friendship is the greatest substitute of all. The greatest journey of all is being with her in my life. Wow, so all three girls have an association with fountains.
Yep. Happy?
So, Jin, May, Toph, all three of them.
Oh. Careful with my diary, please.
I didn't mean to drop it. This is why I don't keep a journal.
Yeah,
I mean, look at all these audiograph.
I mean, I guess we did just use an audio journal to get rid of War Minister
To get
Chen.
rid of War Minister Chen. That's what I'm saying. And so this journal you have could be used against you politically. You should probably burn it.
Well, I mean, there is one defense against it. Nobody can read it except you and me.
Someone said, what about Katara? Oh, there's entries in here about Katara. A lot of them, actually. You talk about her a lot.
Yeah,
and I
but-
suppose the association between fountains and water is a lot more obvious.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed if you're gonna look for fountains there.
So you're telling me May, Jin, Toph, and Katara all have associations with water.
Yes.
And you want to name your first daughter Izumi.
Yes.
Or with fountains, I should say. So any one of them could have a child with you named Izumi. That's interesting.
Apparently, someone is asking questions about something about a book 4. I don't quite understand.
Well, maybe you need to read more books, Zuko.
Okay, I thought maybe...
Zuko's got more riz than you, Azula. Never forget Chan. Who told you about that?
I did.
You told them about... Why would you do that? That's very embarrassing.
Well, because Ty Lee said she...
Listen, I offered Chan what I thought every man wanted. The only men I really hung out with were my daddy and Zuko, and both of them wanted the throne and world domination back then. Can you blame me for offering it to him? It's not my fault he's weak.
Here you go, Azula. Let me just take that diary back now, if you don't mind.
Fine.
All right.
Can I just read one more entry? Just one.
Okay, fine. Just one.
Key and I were playing today. I don't get enough time to play with her, at least not as much as I'd like to, because I'm always so busy. Something Key never stops complaining about, but I guess I can understand. If I was a child her age, I'd also be pretty bored with what the palace is like. I hope she doesn't miss her home too much, and that Mom will take her there whenever she wants to go. Hida is very, very far away and difficult to find, but it would be worth it for her to see some of her old friends. The other day, as I was going to bed, Key asked if she could come with me. I said it would probably be better for us to go to her room, as assassins sometimes come to mine. When I asked her what was the matter, she said that she missed Azula?
Yeah.
I don't understand why, because all those two ever do is fight when they're together, but apparently when they are apart, Key misses her so dearly. She says that Azula is smart and a great firebender, and that she really likes playing with her because Azula is so clever and always comes up with all these great ideas. Oh. However, she's under the impression that Azula doesn't like her very much, and so she gets defensive and the two of them fight. That's not what Key said, that's just my analysis of it. Well, at least my best guess. I'm not very good at reading these sort of things. Hopefully someday they'll be able to get along. I can't help but feel responsible as the older brother that I didn't do better helping them get along. Huh. You're right, Zuko. It is your fault.
Is that all you have? Is that really the only thing you have to say about hearing after all that?
I think I have to go do something.
Wait, you're not upset, are you?
No, I have to go do something. Try not to be too boring without me.
All right.
I put your journal back in your bad hiding place that I can easily find.
Thank you. Zuko, you were the best. Aw, thank you. Oh, you're right, Pai. She's probably gonna go talk to Key. I hope those two don't get in a fight over this. You kind of think there's more to the story of May dumping me? I mean, I don't know. She made it perfectly clear. Look, May wants somebody who can prioritize her and her alone. The unfortunate thing is I can't really do that. Well, my gear's all the way over there. All right. Because, I'm Fire Lord. I really don't have the ability to only prioritize one specific person. It's just not something I have the luxury of doing, unfortunately. I'm not sure who you're referring to about this Ren and Shaw, but even if I did have an idea of who they were, I'm sure I would be sworn to secrecy about such a matter. Could I have beaten Dad at Sozin's Comet? That depends. You have to understand, he was even better a firebender than even Azula was at that time. There's only one condition that I would be able to beat him under, and I kind of blew it during the Day of Black Sun, because the only way I could have possibly beaten Dad is if he didn't yet know that I could redirect his lightning. So he would shoot lightning at me, and he wouldn't be ready for when I suddenly redirected it and shot it back at him. If I had hit him, the lightning would kill him, and that would be that. However, if he already knows, then no, I don't think I would have been able to beat him during the comet. Besides, like I said, it wasn't my destiny. It was Aang's. And so it was never my place to try and defeat my father. It is my place, however, to keep him locked away in jail.
Ooh, Zuko, I have bad news for you.
What's that?
You only have 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
die, apparently.
Then perish. Dad would have beat you if he saw that.
Well, he
Oh,
would.
no, he wouldn't have. He would have ordered someone else to do it.
Actually, yeah, that's there we go.
You like it when I tease you.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I can prove you like it.
Oh, really?
You just said you missed me, didn't you, when I was gone?
Well, of course I miss your
All I ever
company.
do is tease you.
I can miss you without missing the teasing.
You like it, admit it.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If you admit it, I'll give you a hug.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
I'm a good person. I wouldn't lie.
Maybe I like it a little bit.
You like it a little bit? Can you say it a little louder? I can't hear you.
Maybe I like it a little bit.
What was that? You're mumbling.
Maybe I like it a little bit.
What do you like a little bit?
Maybe I like your teasings a little
Oh,
bit.
come here, Zuzu. I'll give you a hug. Oh, look at that. We're siblings and we're getting along.
Yes. we're
Isn't
getting
that
along.
nice?
Yes.
You know, if I wanted to assassinate you, this would be such an easy time to do it.
Yeah, I figured.
You're so busy hugging me, you're gonna drown. You almost drowned to hug me, Zuzu.
Well, if that was
You
your
fool!
if that was your assassination plan, that would have worked beautifully.
Yeah, I would have, but I wasn't trying to kill you
Anyway,
because I'm a good person now.
All right. We got about 8 minutes left before the stream ends.
And once again, you haven't gotten your honor back.
I avenged Mom's death, okay? That has to
That's-
count for something.
It doesn't,
Why not?
because you still haven't gotten your honor back. The game is still called Dishonored, not you got your mom avenged and you're honored now. So what does he want to leave the people with for this week? Since you keep falling down.
Thank you all for tuning into what I believe is the 4th stream of me trying to reclaim my honor back. If all goes well, I think next stream might just be the finale.
You think so? You think you can find your honor next week?
If I can't, then the one right after will definitely be the end.
And then you get to pick a game for me to play.
I actually know what game you're going to play.
Are you going to tell me what it is?
You know what? Sure, that's what I'll leave the people with.
Well, you should do that on the last episode, right?
Well, you just... fine.
Honestly, Zuko, you have no sense of suspense.
Oh, yeah, I have no sense of suspense when I'm just trying to agree with you for once.
What would
I
you
can't
do?
even agree with you without you agreeing.
Oh, Zuzu, I'm just teasing you. Don't get angry. He's so angry all the time. Zuko,
Yes.
I want you to know something.
What's that?
I believe in you.
You do?
I do. I know that you can do this. No matter how much I give you a hard time, it's only because I know you can do better. It was always your destiny to be the Crown Prince, and always your destiny to be the Fire Lord. That's why I brought you home, Zuko. You can do this.
Thank you, Azula. In fact, your belief isn't going to be for naught, because the exit is right here.
You see, I helped you.
And there we go, right at the end.
Right at the end, I helped you. I'm the hero. I'm the good person.
You did.
I did. Well, time to say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
No, you have to say.
Right.
Say goodnight, Zuko.
Good night, Zuko.